Hello everybody, I want to show you this new translation into Japanese of a book I wrote and published 4 years ago. It's called How to Make Repeat Patterns, and I guess it's the same title in Japanese. Just show you the English book first. This is a book that I think my paper art friends don't perhaps know very well, because it's not a paper art book. It's about patterns, how to make repeat patterns. But actually, if you make tessellations, if you make corrugations, or if you make modular designs, then I think this has a relevance. And the reason I wrote it was somebody who I teach with said, "Paul, you understand a lot about repeat patterns, don't you, because you fold paper?" And I said, "No, I don't." And he said, "Well, perhaps you do." And he showed me a book which explained all the different ways you can make repeat patterns. There are 17 different ways you can do this on the plane. And I said, "Oh yeah, I get that. Oh yes, I use, oh yeah, yeah." And I kind of realized I did, but the problem was the book was very mathematical. P1, M1, C2, MM, and all these different categorizations, which to a designer or a design student who thinks visually doesn't really mean anything. So I rethought, how do you explain repeat patterns visually? And this is what the book became. So it shows the 7 linear patterns and the 17 planar patterns, the 2-dimensional patterns. So it shows how they all work and what they're all called in proper language, and shows then how you can use them. So it uses letter forms, asymmetric letter forms, rather than just commas or something, which are often used when people explain patterns. And it goes through them all, and then towards the back it talks a little bit about tiling. So for example, 60 degree, 120 degree tiling, how you can put tiles together. And also grids, and later on it talks about Escher type tiling and invisible kind of joining tiling. You know, where does the pattern begin and end? It's sometimes difficult to see. So it explains how to do all this, and then at the back, yeah, this is the Escher tiling here that's building up. And then at the back there's a glossary, if I can find it, which explains all the different patterns put together with a right angle triangle, so you can see how they differ. And this book has, I think, 4.5 stars or whatever in Amazon, and has a lot of very positive reviews. And I know that that designers use it, it sells well, because it's a visual explanation of what is basically mathematical. So if you don't know this book and you think, "Oh, that might be interesting for my tessellations, corrugations, modular work," well, you might be right. So I'm very happy to show you this. Hooray! It's a Japanese translation. Lovely cover with very strong colours, and this little kind of wrapper that the Japanese publishers often make. I love these little wrappers. And very nice. It's almost a linen kind of feel, very high quality. Does that go in here, or does it go? Yes, it does. It's the stiff cover, and they've done a beautiful job. It's the same inside, just translated into Japanese. The publisher is a publisher I don't know. You can see down here in the bottom, BNN. So I guess if you read Japanese and you go to BNN, they're in Tokyo, then you can find out all about it. The ISBN is, well, actually there's 2 of them here. Maybe you can read them and do a screenshot if you want to note them. So I'm very happy to see this in Japanese. It always looks posh, doesn't it, when you see a book in Japanese. So thank you, and hope you found that interesting, and perhaps you'll consider to buy it if you work with patterns in paper. So thank you very much, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.